I don't know what I'm gonna do with this footage. I think I'm just
Nice
gonna,
shot.
at the start, little disclaimer like, hey, this is my buddy Twistedgunz. He is an American person. That's pretty much all I know about him. But we decided to record something together. It's gonna be unedited. I'm cutting it up in like 3 episodes. Just enjoy some second screen content and don't pay too much attention to what we are doing or saying.
Your charisma, which has like the shittiest things anyway. Generally you want to obviously, well, you want to increase strength, so you can actually upgrade your person to have more health and do more damage. And you want to increase intelligence just for like, you know, increased inventory, more movement, surgery, which less likely to get killed units and more wounded instead. And so it's just like charisma has like no benefit other than that. So it almost feels like wasted points, and you only get +5 units per leadership point and 1 extra unit per charisma. So it's not really worth it. And the other way is through renown. And for, I think in native, for every 10 renown, you would get one more unit you can field. So you pretty much got to get 10 renown per unit, which is kind of difficult. Simply because you can't. Generally speaking, you got to. If you have an overwhelming number, like if the battle advantage is strongly in your side, you're not really gonna get any renown. So you gotta take fights where you're at a significant, well, not a significant, but you're at a disadvantage, or like it's a hard fight.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to get those because you can't really get them from lords because they're all way more OP than you.
Yeah, because renown is kind of like an honor system as well, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh.
It's more like your deeds and how like known you are, you know? That's like a measure of like a man in the game is renown.
Well, yeah.
And shit, in native, I actually had more renown than all the fucking kings, bro. And granted, I don't think I could have fielded as many units as the kings, which is kind of fucking weird, but you know, they're a king, so they get special privileges. I get it. You're not supposed to be able to 1v1 a king, but yeah. And this, dude, I'm struggling. But in a way, it's like I can beat this shit, you know, at the same time.
Yeah, I understand, and that's the beauty, right? If it's a struggle, but you know that it's not for nothing, it's not useless. It's not a fight where you will never achieve victory. It's just hard.
Yeah, it's like this is unfair, but over time I'm gonna accomplish this goal.
I do remember that when I watched a series on YouTube in the new Mountain Blade game, I know that person also like installed mods from the 2nd or 3rd episode to make the game at least a bit easier, and sick redirect, bro, and
Thanks.
a bit like faster progressing, because it was just too slow and grindy and difficult for their liking.
It was supposed to go to the other side. My man's spamming me. He's got like 12 points and is halfway through the game. Fuck.
It's also just like a normal game, right? I guess
Casual, bro.
Some people just wanna watch the world burn, man.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck? Like, bro, at least I can redirect shit.
I ain't see you redirecting no ball, cuh.
I haven't even seen him aerial, man. What the hell?
Is Warband considered, or Mountain Blade, is that considered to be 4X, or is it just like a strategy game?
What do you mean 4X?
Isn't like those very, very complicated strategy games?
No, it's not really strategy. It's actually really fucking straightforward. It's more or less. I don't really consider it strategy. Like a lot of people, if you watch them, they'll be like, alright, so I'm gonna send my infantry in, and then I'm gonna direct my cavalry behind. Like, a lot of people try and treat it like it's like Warhammer, or like Total War games. I don't ever see it that way. Like, I don't ever I don't think it's a super big strategy game. It's more or less just you battle, get whatever, and in this game you can, you know, do like you can take like law. I don't remember what it's called, like laws and stuff. To increase your unit. It's a lot easier to increase your unit count. But it's more or less you just field as many units as you can. Same thing as Bannerlord. You just field as many units as you can. Take the most OP unit, which is the Khajiits or whatever. Pretty much like the Mongols, pretty much. Yeah, just absolutely wreck everybody in open field. I don't know. I just always... I don't think it's strategy, really. It's really not much strategy to it.
It's more about having fun.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it's probably a better... I don't do it, but it's probably a better, like, role-playing experience. Just because, like, the combat eventually gets really boring.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, that's kind of, like... That's kind of why I'm so invested in, That's why I'm so invested in this current, one. Because the combat is, like... It's not challenging, but it's unfair.
Mm-hmm.
Bumping this guy. Yeah, normally I would just take the Swadian Knights, which is the units that I have now, and I would siege a castle. Like, once you get Swadian Knights, you're pretty much like OP. But even I don't know, man. Bannerlord is kind of like you just take the horse archers and you just win everything. But then you do siege battles and you realize how shitty the horse archers are. So I don't know. Oh, this fucking guy, this fucking game again. Alright. Alright, let's focus up. These are the same people as last time.
Alright, let's focus up. It's real
Let's
shit
focus
now.
up. Dude, I'm just so like, I'm like tired too. Oh, cause it's like, when I woke up, I'm just like, oh my god, I gave myself like 7 hours, but I know I'm not gonna sleep well I'm not gonna sleep those 7 hours. And then I gotta actually get up out of bed like right away, cause you're supposed to record, and then normally I lay in bed for like 30 minutes thinking, oh, why am I still here, and all that good stuff.
All that good stuff.
All that
good
good stuff.
Motivational stuff that really gets you going in the day, huh? Existential
like,
doubt and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like why am I still alive? This is bullshit. All that good stuff. Yeah.
Well, it was your idea to record, so I can be held accountable.
Oh man. You know, being a millennial, man. What we're known for is our willingness to die. You know, let's be honest. Like, we're the generation that is like sitting in front of that car, like, fucking do it, just do it. It's not even like I dare you. It's like I want you to do it.
Suicide is badass.
It's not badass. It's just like we've been ready to die since fucking middle school. Oh man, I don't know. That sounds really depressing. Oh man.
And how late is it now where you are?
It is 10:51
in the
PM.
morning.
Yeah, I mean AM. Yeah.
Yeah. And here it is 16:51, 4:41. So and it's 6 hours. All right. Yeah, so for me, the day is slowly but surely coming to the end, and for you, it's only starting up.
Yeah, I got work to do. Ugh. It's actually it's a Monday, right? It's Martin Luther King Day, so actually it's not gonna be a bad day. I could have had off today, but instead I decided to work, get that double pay.
This man on that grind.
Hey man, you don't ever pass up an opportunity for double pay.
It's also Blue Monday today, right?
What Monday?
Blue Monday?
I don't even know what the hell you mean by that.
I'm gonna have to look it up myself, but it's like... I think it's like this no, I'm not gonna spew out any bullshit. I'm just gonna have to look it up. It's something about a certain Monday, like the 3rd or 2nd Monday in January, I think, is supposedly like the saddest day of the year. And I think it's something to do with like, or that's at least what I presume, like people have started to realize that their New Year's resolutions have actually been for jack shit and they haven't done anything with their life yet, and they realize they're just in the same old, same old. That's at least how I would imagine it. But I also know that New Order has made a song about it, Blue Monday. It's an absolute banger.
You know, I don't really know what my New Year's resolution. First, it was like maybe I'll try and know like 500 kanji, but like more or less, I think my New Year's resolution, even though then again I won't even accomplish it this year necessarily. It'd be a next year where I find out if I accomplish it or not. But it was when I go to Japan to hopefully be understood.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, I'm going to Japan. Me and my buddy plan on going next year.
Awesome.
Thank you.
A specific region or city you want to go to, or just Japan?
I don't know if there's really any specific place, but I don't know. Wherever we touch down, probably. I mean, we'd probably just stick with the touristy places like Tokyo or something. Just because like the more you get out into the countryside, the less prone they are to being able to understand your English when you eventually have to rely on it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, yeah. So come like June, I'm gonna start using this website called italki, which is for talking to native speakers of a said language. So I want to do that, and even though my vocabulary is limited, hopefully I'll have a decent sized vocabulary by then. I don't know how that ball got through me at all.
Yeah, but by talking in the language is such a better learning experience than just studying over and over. That's for sure.
The thing is you're not really able to apply the language, and that's why it's so easy to forget. Like there's certain words that I have written down that I've already forgotten, of course. Some of the words like I know there's another word that uses the tano, like this one was all about like time, like the time given time period. So it was like ashta, which is like tomorrow, and then it was like konben, which is like good evening, and then you know, I think konnichiwa can also be used as like good afternoon, and then it was hold on. Alright. Sorry, fucking somebody was talking to me and I'm like, why the fuck are you talking to me? And so there's like ashtano yoru, which means like tomorrow night. So like, but I remember there was another word that used tano that I don't remember, that represented like a time of day. So there's like certain words that I want to remember that I've kind of forgotten, just because I haven't been using them, and I don't know. I haven't even studied Japanese this weekend, and I kind of feel bad about it. But yeah, it's a hard language, so hopefully. And I mean, there's like other things like that I've been hearing, like when I watch some videos about people in Japan and stuff. Like usually this guy goes around asking like foreigners like their perceptions of Japan. Have you felt it was difficult to get around? You know, like what was your reason for coming here? Do you know, like, do you live here? And like how have you learned Japanese? You know, just etc. Usually focused around you know, foreigners in Japan and stuff like that. And like a lot of the time when So like there's been like words that I've been hearing a lot, like choto, which I feel like I've written down, but I don't quite remember. There's, even though I don't really do a lot of listening, there's which I really need to do more because that seems like to be like the biggest thing is listening.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's definitely some words like I need to look up choto because it seems like I hear it like every video, so it must be kind of like if you're watching anime, you hear nani all the time, in which you know it means what.
Yeah, but
So choto is a word.
I've also definitely heard choto quite a lot. I think like choto mate means wait please or something.
Hmm.
I think I've definitely heard that also. I've just watched One Piece in my life, so not that much anime, but choto mate, I think that means like wait please. I'm curious as to whether it is correct or not, because that would mean that I would have also picked up some Japanese at least. What you're saying about listening is definitely true though. I remember when I had an exam of German in my high school, an exam where I had to speak, a verbal exam. I also listened to this guy play The Witcher 3 in German and watched his playthrough for a while, and it really, really prepared me quite well.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. It's like this one girl said to watch Tokyo Revengers because even though you don't really want to rely on anime for like Japanese because it's not common Japanese, she said it doesn't really deviate from common Japanese. So it's not like you're getting like an anime Japanese. Um, and I mean I've watched Tokyo Revengers, so it's all right. And she said to watch it with English subtitles and then rewatch it with like no subtitles or
Interesting.
like Japanese subtitles. Yeah, she said it's like fucking science behind it, but I don't know if I fully believe. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it just gets you more comfortable like just hearing the words. But I mean, if you'd be able to understand, know what that word represents, I don't know.
I think you definitely shouldn't beat yourself up over the language learning process going maybe a bit more slowly than you would have expected, because the critical period for learning languages in humans is like when we're 5 to 7 years old, so it's difficult to pick it up when you are already of an older age.
Wow, what a power shot. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of. Oh, I'm sorry. That's what I've kind of like. A part of me is like actually surprised that I've been able to go this weekend
Oops.
without like learning Japanese. But I'm kind of like upset about it because it's like I could have been a little bit further ahead. But I'm happy because it's like it's always like for the first month it's just like I psychoanalyze it and it's like a really unhealthy obsession. And then after a month I'm usually able to just like, okay, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. I just need it's not my job. It's a hobby, and then I can slowly start treating it more like a hobby, and not like my life revolves around it. Because like when it comes to YouTube or like Japanese, I'm just like, all right, I want an early out from work. Fuck work. I just want to focus on this. Like, um, but I don't know. Okay, I really gotta, yeah. I'm playing like a diamond.
I know a Dutch friend of mine. He's a music producer, but like a small music producer. Is not well known in our country or anything, but he also studied Japanese. And I know for a fact that he has, through his studies of Japanese, now been able to come in contact with 6 different Japanese DJs that want to play his music while they are performing in Japan. So that's really cool.
That is awesome.
It opens up a lot of doors, learning a new language.
Well, and yeah, I don't know. It's just the way I look at it is, Japan is literally the one place that I actually want to visit. You know, I don't really care to visit like any other place. I don't care about visiting anywhere in America, and I don't really care about any other country outside of America. Like Japan is like the dream. And oh, I don't know why I jumped so high at that. So, and I feel like since, you know, I have such a passion for wanting to visit, I feel like it's kind of like a respectful thing to at least try and, to some extent, learn their language.
Yeah, I definitely think it's indeed a respectful endeavor. I feel like it's often the destination for American people, right? If they want to visit like one country, they choose Japan. I feel like for us Europeans, most of the time we choose the United States.
Yeah.
0-second goal. Never
Oh,
mind.
what an asshole! He bumped me. It's like a melting pot of, you know, diversity and all that stuff, and you know, that's your thing. But also, like, from an American perspective, it's also like one of the shittiest places on earth to live from an American perspective. But from like a foreigner perspective, it's like, oh man, there's so much. I mean, you'll be able to find everybody that speaks like every language there, and I mean that's cool, I guess. But from my perspective, it's like, it's also like one of the least friendly, most likely places to get stabbed or shot. So it's, I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel like it's true. Like it's either New York or California that people want to visit.
Oh yeah, California because the weather, and from my American perspective is, I mean, like, I always wanted to go to California because, like, all the women, oh my god. Something something about, I don't know, California women, but also it's kind of like, it's also like the most like expensive freaking state to go.
Yeah,
And
I guess Katy Perry was right after all. She has a song about California girls, right?
I don't know. I don't listen to that garbage.
I mean, I haven't listened to it, but a cultural phenomenon like Katy Perry, you can't disregard her.
Oh my god. just don't. That's not culture I want to be a part of. Oh, I hate pop music.
I've grown into a different perspective on pop music. I don't like it. I would very, very rarely put it on myself, but I have started to realize that people can just appreciate it, and that's okay.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, but don't go talk to me about Katy Perry.
I don't want to fucking hear it, though. Goddamn. Fucking Katy Perry. Who the fuck cares about Katy Perry?
Do you ever feel
I mean,
like a
she's
plastic
got
bag?
one
Man?
song that is like tolerable, and it's like that Roar song or whatever. I was like, okay, that's all. You know, I don't even know what's, you know, that Roar song.
Yeah, no,
whatever
I
the
think
fuck
that's
it
the
is.
official title, actually. That Roar song.
I don't know what the hell it's called, but I won't. Pop music, I will never like add to my. The closest to like pop, I guess, that I have ever gone is probably like Bruno Mars. I don't even know what. I don't know. Maybe he's like hip hop. Maybe he's a little pop. I don't know.
I think it's some R&B in there, but I'm not an expert myself.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll catch a grenade for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of feel-good music, but I don't know.
His old music, though, is what I appreciate. His, like, Uptown Funk era that can just be thrown in the trash, if you ask me.
I don't mind Uptown Funk, but that Catch a Grenade for you, that's a good one. I don't know. I like songs that, like, have, like, some type of, like, meaning or message or something that's relatable. And for me, I don't really feel like pop has that. And I don't relate to anything pop related. Like, it doesn't have like any, it doesn't really give me any like emotion from it.
I
don't know. I know it's
I can't get it out of my head. Like, yeah, just like I like music with like a deeper meaning, you know, something that speaks to me, something relatable. Like
Something that
Roar by Katy Perry, you know?
no, that's not relatable. I just said it's like tolerable.
I know, I
Like
know,
I
I know.
don't, but yeah, no. Like some songs just sound, they just sound pleasant on the ears, nor tolerable in the ears.
Yeah, and it doesn't
But
have to be anything
it's
else than that. It doesn't have to be anything more, anything additional. If it just sounds nice, then it's a nice song, and that's that.
yeah. I mean, like there's a lot of songs on my playlist. Like I listen to. I also have like all that like heavy music. What I mean by that is, I mean this is like a blanket statement, but like that screamo stuff, and none of that is like relatable. It's it gets it's good at like hyping me up. Like it gets me kind of like energetic. So like it's not bad for like work because it doesn't lull me to sleep. So it's good for that, but I don't relate to anything. So it's usually like some rap songs and stuff that are more that express some type of emotion.
Sure.
Like there's a song, for example, by a guy named B Mike. It's the only song by him that I have. B Mike, and the song is named Anxiety. That's a good song.
If it's okay for you, I just randomly pressed record already once we just started playing today, so I might cut up that entire segment a little bit and call it something like Conversations with Twistedgunz or whatever, but I'm not sure about that at all.
I should have been so much more self-aware of what I was saying.
Man's about to be exposed about his love for California women.
Bro, California women are where it's at, but like, fuck California, because the air quality is dog water and it's so damn expensive. I would never like live in California. I mean, I don't know, dude. It's like if it's the weather, but like, so damn expensive. I'd rather have money in my pocket.
Relatable, but it is also like I don't know a lot about this stuff because I'm of course not an American at all, but it is also a very progressive and left state, right? Like,
yeah. So it really kind of like that's what I was saying. Like, that also plays a part. Political affiliation plays a part in like. Okay. Yeah. So I mean that's why I was saying like. Yeah, we're pretty divided in America. And politics, religion, or I mean maybe it's kind of like everywhere. Maybe it's just not America, but
no, I think it's definitely more prominent in America than in some other regions.
Yeah. Well, I think in other places, don't you guys usually have like a one party kind of thing? Generally speaking, you don't have like two opposite parties that are constantly fighting for control.
Here in Belgium, we have like 7, 8, I think, parties.
Jesus.
And you have some that are a bit more on the left side, a bit more liberal. You have some conservative parties. You have, in those conservative parties, you have, for example, that's like the first example that comes to mind for me. We have one conservative party that is basically called like, very literally translated, Flemish importance. So they put our people first and they are just blatantly racist. And then you also have the party of workers, basically the Workers' Party, and they are also into those like traditional values, but a bit less on the racist side, I think. And it's a large spectrum here in Belgium, really.
From my perspective, the Workers' Party sounds like the better choice. I mean, just from that minute explanation.
Yeah, absolutely. I think.
I mean, I don't know. It's like I mean, maybe I'm a slightly biased just because, like, I mean, my job, I'm part of a union, so it's kind of like, and I mean, a lot of people are very, depending on if, people were part of a union before. I mean, some unions are dog shit, other unions are decent. I can't really complain about my union at all. I mean, I think they take like 3 hours every 3 hours like every month or something like that out of your paycheck, but we get like profit sharing, and we get like today I'm working and we can defer our days, meaning that instead of like having this day off, I'll get paid double, and I also get to carry that day over into the future.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean it's a lot of good benefits.
I think those kinds of things you just talked about are here in Belgium more things related to just the person you work for and the kind of company you work in. They decide what happens with your double pay and your vacation days and stuff. It's not really in terms of like a union or something.
Oh, well, yeah, you guys are, I think other countries are better with, yeah, America is more like work, work, work. You get no time off. I can't think of what the term is. I can't think of what the leave is, but you remember like when people just have kids, they get like what's the leave called?
Paternity leave or
Yeah,
maternity
yeah,
leave,
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. So my supervisor just got that months ago, but I was like, man, that's the first time I've ever seen somebody get paternity leave. I forgot that was like a thing. I was like,
Right.
I've never seen somebody have that before.
Damn. That's heavy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean yeah.
Ah, shit.
America, I don't know. It's got its pros and cons, but I mean, it's what am I gonna do? Leave the country for another country just because I don't like it? I mean, I could, but I don't know. It's not so bad.
Yeah, I feel like
I'm actually happy with where I'm at, surprisingly.
we're also like very a Western country. We're also capitalistic and stuff in our way of working. We're also like, all right, hard workers get paid off more, but I think it's a bit less extreme than over there on the other side of the pond with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, wow, I should flip the wrong way. I don't know. Capitalists, socialists, they all have their pros and cons.
Absolutely. Except for communism, that only has pros, right?
No.
USSR anthem starts playing.
You know the best part about like doing this is I'm not gonna edit it.
All right, so I really shouldn't say anything that really incriminates me then, I guess.
Yeah, I don't care. Say what you want. It is what it is.
I think
just don't say anything. Yeah, just don't say anything that I'm like, okay, I actually gotta edit this. Just, I don't. Yeah.
All right, but I get the feeling that then has to be something like really disturbing.
So let's talk about Hitler. Yeah. Let's not.
Yeah,
actually, you know I've
Uh-oh.
No, I was just thinking back because since I wow, nice try to steal. No, because since I'm playing like Warband, Mount & Blade Warband, I've been kind of playing, but on my second monitor I've just been like watching YouTube, or I just don't really have the game volume going, so I'm just watching YouTube. And I watched Penguin Zero lately. I don't know why, but
Charlie, Moist Critical, you mean?
Yeah. He's very good at expressing what he wants to say. He's very fluent. He's a good speaker.
Absolutely.
And he was talking about like a lot of the policies YouTube's like trying to enforce now. It's like at first it was like you can't say like fuck or any of that stuff in like the first 15 seconds. But it seems like they're getting really like egregious with it. It seems like it's like they're retroactively like affecting. I mean, for me it doesn't really matter because it's like I don't have anything anyway. But for like a lot of the big YouTubers or YouTubers that actually have some type of platform, it's like they're like retroactively like demonetizing everybody, and it's like it's kind of like YouTube is becoming like this like bubble where like any, I don't know, like vulgarity and stuff will like will like hurt your like what's the term where your YouTubes are seen? It'll hurt your like algorithm and all that stuff. It's really weird. I don't know. YouTube's going
Jesus.
downhill, bro.
I guess it's kind of just like a follow-up of cancel culture, I think.
Yeah. Maybe they just don't want to be regulated. I don't know. Maybe that's why they're like trying to, I don't know. God, these guys are like sweating their dick off.
Absolutely.
Like, it ain't that serious, guys. It's casual. We're not even paying attention to the game.
We're talking about Katy Perry over here. Come on, man.
No, I'm talking about that pop music.
Is that something you want to edit out if I mention her name again?
Bro, Katy Perry and pop music is, honestly, in my opinion, I don't see, like, that's the benefit to not having like any subscribers and stuff. Nobody watches, so it's like I don't really care. God, my opinion is like pop music is the laziest music to make. I feel like anybody can be a pop artist as long as you're attractive. Well, I guess that kind of narrows down everybody. Well, as long as you're like attractive and you have like a moderately like decent voice, because it's like, you know, like you have like 10 people that are like that write a song for you, and it's a song that has no meaning to it. It has like, God, I sound like such a hater. I don't really care though, but it's pop music is so dog water, bro.
There's not much variety or emotion in there, according to me either. No. So
No, it's like, well,
that.
what's the message? Am I supposed to feel empowered, or like, doesn't ever? I don't know. Maybe like that roar song or whatever. Maybe, I mean, that's empowering to women, I suppose, and that's cool. Like, but I don't know. I think when I'm like looking for a song that I add to my playlist, like I want it to be relatable or get some type of emotion out of me. And pop music in no way is relatable, and it definitely doesn't get emotion out of me. That's kind of why I've like shied. I mean, I was raised on like rock and metal.
Same.
And I mean, I don't really listen to that anymore. Just because it's, I don't know, it's kind of like, in some ways it's like adult pop. I don't know. It's like pop for like men. I don't know.
That's a hot take right there.
That's not. I know it is, because I was just like, man, I've never thought about it, and this is, maybe I shouldn't be thinking of this stuff right on the spot. But no, it's just, I don't know.
I do get what you mean, though.
Like, pop music is for like women, and like rock music is generally for like men, but it doesn't really have like much. God, these guys are sweating their dick off. Chill. Okay, let's just, like, rock music doesn't. There's not too many songs that have like meaning to them. I mean, there's some like bands like Slipknot and stuff, or you know, I guess like Metallica and stuff, which are kind of heavier and kind of get your blood going, and you know, but I don't know. There's nothing rock related which I relate to. I think gravitating way more towards like rap music, which since I grew up most of my life just outside of Baltimore, for me on the radio, 98 Rock, it was always like rock music, or like every other station was like rap. So it was kind of like rap and rock was like all I knew for the most part. I never really gravitated towards rap because a lot of the rap that I listened to, or at least heard, was all about like I call it like gangster rap, meaning it's like rap about money, bitches, hoes, and you know, getting the bread and all that stuff. And I was like, it's not really a message I care for. Like, I don't, or getting intoxicated, which is a lot of country too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, I don't drink, and I don't really care about none of these hoes out here. So it's like, yeah, sure, getting money is cool and all, but like, since it's like money, I don't know. I try not to revolve myself around money. Like, money's cool, but there's more to life than money.
Absolutely.
And God, what is my card doing? Yeah, so it's like I don't relate to it, but there's a lot of rap artists, Wit Larry, NF, Haspin, like a few of them songs, that one song by B Mike, that one song by Gone and stuff like that. Even like Jelly Roll. Like Jelly Roll has a few songs I've heard on the radio that I have yet to add to my playlist. But like those songs actually have some type of like meaning and like message to them. And that's the type of stuff that I want to add to my playlist, and I feel like should be more more pushed because it conveys a message and a feeling. Not, I mean, I don't know. It's in the same like breath. I kind of understand why like gangster rap and stuff like that. Well, I don't know. I don't even think that's like a proper name for the genre, but I understand why like that music is also like really pushed in like Baltimore, for example, because you know, like me personally, as somebody that's worked in Baltimore, I will not like I refuse to work there, and it's not a good working condition. It's a real kind of shithole, in my opinion. I don't think that's a hot take, except for people that live in Baltimore. But yeah, your opinion's wrong. So yeah, so I mean, it's yeah, I mean that probably relates a lot more there, just because it's not a very good environment, and I don't think that music is going to set a positive mindset or message.
Rarely,
So
yeah.
I should, you know, I should really not be talking about hot takes.
But that is definitely why I love an artist like J. Cole, for example. Because I feel like sure, there's some gangster type themes in there. He also talks about making money and stuff, but most of the time he is making fun of those topics. And he is just lyrically, and his flow is just so strong that I really, really, he is in my top 3 favorite artists across all genres, I think.
Yeah, that's an artist that yeah, I haven't listened to his music, but I've seen some of what he says about, like, you know, I remember him sitting on a stage and he was like, look, I know you guys all see what all these like celebrity and rich people do, and you know, you're like, man, I want to be that, or I want to do that. As somebody that is rich or has been there, it's not all that. Like, you don't see like everything behind the scenes, how like I don't remember, he was how like insecure, or like all the downsides to all this that they you know project and stuff like that. That was a nice shot.
Yeah, true.
Hit him with a little doink. You know, yeah, it's like it was all smoke and mirrors, kind of like that. Like a lot of the celebrities or rich folks kind of put on this like persona, and it's not always cracked up to be.
I don't know why we didn't save that, but that's fine. But yeah, no, I definitely think, I mean, as a YouTuber with almost 200 subscribers, I think I can speak to that a little bit. And yeah, I definitely feel like...
My man's coming up on 200. I'm like, dude, I haven't even hit 20 yet. That's crazy.
Yeah, man, it's been 4 years for me before I hit 100 even. So it's just a very, very slow process. But once it pops off, it pops off.
All I'm saying is when I first talked to you, you were at like, what, 130? Something like that? I'm just saying, since you met me, you just popped off. I'm just saying.
Correlation, not causation, but yeah.
I don't know what it is, man.
You know, it's definitely been going great lately.
Yeah. What an RNG touch. Get out of here.
What I definitely love most about it is that I haven't necessarily differentiated my content in any way. I've just been doing what I've been doing, and steadily but surely it has been paying dividends. I've not like sold my soul or changed myself up completely.
You know, and that's a nice thing. It's because you're dude, this guy is like missing, and his gravity is really helping this guy out. I tell you what. Gravity is saving this guy's ass right now. Oh man, I'm just saying like yeah, I don't know. It's a sign, bro.
It is indeed a sign. It's a sign that even by just remaining who I am, staying true to my own roots and the things I find important in life that I can grow, that means that something in my personality or type of video creation or commentary, whatever, is appealing to the people regardless of what I actually put out or what I have on my screen, right? So that's exactly what I was going for.
Yeah, no, well, I was talking about it's a sign that the game wants this guy to win, but no.
Me going on this whole philosophical spiel about what I think is really real.
No, what I was gonna say is like it's good that you look at it as like you're just I mean I would think you're doing it as more of a hobby and like I mean it's a passion too, but
Mm-hmm.
like it's not like I'm doing this for the money.
No,
You know, I
absolutely.
mean you're not making any money anyway. But
True. Very true.
what I mean is like for me, it's like I mean I just like I don't care about the money. I would just want to make the money back that I spend on games. That's
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. That would be beautiful.
Yeah, like I don't want to be out of pocket because like I never when I say never, like I'm a very like frugal person. I have no boost,
I
but
should have taken the ball from you. There it
they
is.
wasn't ready
Ooh, that
for
was
it.
clean. What does the word frugal actually mean?
Frugal means like think of like what's his name from that frugal is you remember that one douchebag that it was at Christmas where the Halloween visits that guy, Mr. Scrooge or whatever. Think of him. You know how that like you couldn't get a penny out of him? I'm that way, in a way.
All right, all right. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah, like frugal means like it's hard to get any money out of because, you know, we just save it and we don't like to spend money. Um like that's how I am. Like any game that I play, I wait for like a sale and
Oh, sorry.
oh, we lost.
No, that's
That was
not
on
in,
me.
man. I don't know. I don't know about that. I
No,
think I
that was
kind of
on me.
disrupted your flow a little bit there by doing this.
Well, no, I'm so focused on what I'm saying. No, that was on me. Just I tried to cut it back and I didn't really think it was gonna work because I don't have a ground game, so. But yeah, no, I'm frugal. I don't like to spend money, and so like buying like $60 games that I would never like buy for $60, and then kind of like Callisto Protocol.
Mm-hmm.
You know, granted, I was kind of hyped about it, but I would never spend $60 on a game I'm even hyped for. And the game sucked, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really if by some miracle somebody stumbles upon this video and likes the game, you're entitled to your opinion regardless of how wrong it might be. I mean, no, the game just sucked, bro. I mean, it's but yeah, so I definitely felt like I didn't get my money's worth, and but I did it because I'm like, you know what, this game is gonna be, you know, a lot of people, you know, maybe trying to be like the first person to get a video for. Maybe some people might actually stumble upon my channel and maybe it'll help out and all that good
Absolutely.
stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't do that.
Yeah.
Wasted
That's
60
not what
bucks.
happened.
That's not what happened. Wasted 60 bucks and the game was like really buggy and it was I didn't even finish uploading it. I had it all recorded, uploaded like half of it, didn't even finish it. I actually deleted all the stuff that I had recorded, and I was just like, I don't even feel like it. It's just, it's not even if I don't have to edit it, it's still not even fun to like, it's a waste of time it's for the rendering process. It's just the game was so not it.
That was the game with like the extremely long loading screens you told me about, right?
Bro,
PTSD symptoms
it
coming.
wasn't even like, you know how like some games and like I don't know what the term is for like video editing or not video editing for like when you're making a game, but you know how some people like some games put like vents in there to give themselves like time to load up what's coming and stuff like that. Well, they had these doors, these processing doors, I shit you not, like I'm not even playing. And I know like some people might be like, oh, it's your PC, whatever. Dude, I waited, I counted. I looked at the time, I was like, okay, this is start time. Dude, 14 fucking minutes, bro. 14 minutes.
That gets you out of your immersion a little bit, I can imagine.
Dude, the length I spent on Reddit. I was like, after that, I was like, dude, I don't even want to finish recording. Like, I don't even want to play anymore. I was so like out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you know what I don't understand like the process to it, but I paused the game for whatever reason and then unpaused it, and then the door like opened like immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So I started doing that, and it actually sped up like how quick the doors open. So I wasn't sitting there for 14 minutes, but I was still sitting there for like a minute or two.
Yeah,
but I was like, this whole time I could have just been spamming the pause button and it would have helped somehow.
My guess is that when pressing pause, there has to be rendered a little bit less at least, other than when you're still waiting around for a door to open, so maybe that speeds it up.
Like, you'll see in some of my videos, like, I sound so I mean, granted that, like, Gravity Gauntlet was kind of cool. You know, you felt a little bit like a Jedi. I mean, throwing people around. But it also really took a lot of the fun out of the game, because you had, through the entire game, spikes that were there that you would just throw an enemy into, and it'd just be like, alright, well, I don't know, it's just, it is what it is. Not my fault. I thought you were in that, so I just kind of went. I don't know, it was a waste of time, didn't even get me any viewers, and I didn't even feel like finishing uploading it, because it was dog water. Yeah.
I feel like you have a lot of projects you throw in the trash.
I do, yeah. I don't know, it's just... It's kind of like... I throw, yeah, a lot of my stuff I don't even finish. I don't think I've really finished a game except for, Call to the Lamb.
Yeah, you uploaded quite a lot on that, that's true.
I finished that, but... The thing is... It's kind of a mixture of two things. It's kind of my... not being, like... comfortable with, like, talking about the game. Well, not even that. It's kind of like I have to make it seem like I'm like more enthusiastic about. It's just I guess I kind of put on a little bit of a persona. One, I mean, granted, I'm not fully comfortable talking randomly about stuff, but the only games I really get into is probably the first game. Like, if you hear about, like, how I talk about War Tales, even though it's unedited, which is, like, you shouldn't watch it, but, like, it being turn-based, you can really see, like, how, like, into the game I am, because I'm really kind of, like, expressing all my, like, thought process. Like, okay, well, if I go here, this thing is gonna fucking bite me, but maybe I should move this guy. Like, there's a lot of thinking going on with those games, but like games like Call to the Lamb are kind of like hack and slash, and it's not really a lot of thought into it, so I have to kind of make myself seem excited about it when I'm not really.
Yeah, or you have to just find other topics to talk about, because if you keep talking about gameplay mechanics in those games, it will get dull immediately. It's the same with something like Rocket League. If you would just be talking about, alright, I'm gonna go for this ball, I'm gonna try to hit the ceiling shot, oh, I'm out of boost, and if you would just record a video like that entirely, it's gonna burn you out insanely quickly, I think.
Yeah, so that's why I kind of need to take a page out of your book where I can be. God, we are really not focused on the game. I'm just thinking because we are getting clapped.
Absolutely.
Well, it's nice. It's kind of nice not to care though. I don't really care about like pub games, but you know, it's like, man, we're really building these guys' egos up.
Yeah, maybe we're improving their day while by talking we're also improving our day.
We're
so it's
improving
a win-win.
they're improving their day while ruining mine. Every game of Rocket League is important. We can't lose a game.
All right, that's the new mentality for the next one. For this one, I would not hold on to that statement, but
nah. Let's actually I don't know, Because it's like, I ain't gonna say shit. I ain't gonna say shit if I'm focused. I'm like, I'm just gonna be in my zone, man.
It's
Like, it's funny because if you watch the my first placement matches, like, I don't say much. Granted, I haven't like recorded a video in a month, but like I don't say much except between goals, and I have to be more self-aware of actually like speaking like loudly because I lowered my gain a lot, so like a lot of the words are cut off because I tend to mumble a lot. But I don't really say shit in the first video. Just because I'm so focused because it's ranked, so I was like, okay, this is the first time I've played ranked seriously in like since season 3, and I think we're on season 8 now, so it's been 5 seasons.
Yeah.
So I got placed in Champ 3 Div 1. And
That
I'm like,
is pretty high though.
I was like, dude, that's better than I probably am now. So
I've been in Champ 2 for a little while sometime, but not consistently, and like most of the time I end up in Champ 1, where I have been the entire season also.
yeah, it's for me, like when I played seriously, it was like, oh, pass it to him. My man wasn't ready for the pass. It's crazy. For me, when I played seriously, like I was like hard stuck Champ 1. My best rank was like, I think I hit, I mean, GC 1. I said Champ 1. GC 1, Div 4, or I was GC 2 Div 1. One of those two. That was like borderline where I was at when I was playing the game seriously. And then, you know, once, you know, GC was the highest rank you could get at the time. So I was like, what's the incentive to even, or no, that was SSL. That was next season. So that was after I got my GC for the first time. Well, which is kind of funny because that was like the first time I've actually went for it. Seriously. But the next season I got like GC borderline 2, and then I started just not caring, and I started playing with like my gold friends and platinum friends just to actually have fun and not care about rankings. Because to try and, you know, have some love for the game still. And yeah, I don't know, I haven't played the game seriously since.
I think you probably have had more fun since then, right? Oops.
Taking all the boosts.
The only game I've ever cared about my rank in is for some reason still League of Legends. And I really don't know why, because it shouldn't be such a big deal, but I think it's just like so hard grained into my system from when I was a child and when it actually did matter to me, or when I was younger at least. And still for some reason when I play with friends in ranked there and they start throwing or start flaming our teammates after like one mistake, I am getting a little pissed always, because for some reason rank in that game matters to me.
Well,
in Rocket League it doesn't matter at all.
Well, in League you're also aren't you doing those like what is it called, conquest mode or whatever, where it's like the 3 lanes and all that?
Just a normal mode with 3 lanes.
I guess. I don't know. I'm thinking of, I don't really play games like that. I play like, when I did, I played Smite, but I never played like Conquest or whatever it was called. I played Joust, which was single lane, I played Arena. I only played single lane because I wasn't trying to invest myself in a 50-minute game that relied heavily on teammates like not being dog water. And I mean, I don't know, it kind of forced you to play like, I don't know if it really forced you, but like there were some gods that were like meta to a certain lane, and I don't care if like the god that I used wasn't like ideal. I don't know. I never played those because it was such a huge time investment, and it wasn't fun.
I guess.
So I mainly played like I can't remember what it's called, but it was where you would get random gods and it was a single lane.
Yeah, it's called ARAM, all random, all mid.
Yeah, it was just randomness, and it was terrible, but I loved it.
Yeah, for me, for some reason, it's like the exact opposite. I only really get pleasure from those games if I'm playing the standard meta way of 3 lanes. 2 bottom lane, 1 middle laner, 1 top laner, 1 jungler, and I play some of the meta champs, because when I play ARAM, I want to take my own life. I really dislike that game mode for some reason. It never appealed to me.
You know, there was, I mean, and it's like there was a few gods that if I got, I wanted to feel the same way, like. For example, there was a god Ravana that if I got him, I was just leaving. I didn't care. I will never in my life play that god. So if I got Ravana, I was just instantly leaving. But like most gods in the game, I was cool with. I don't know. I was pretty competent with the smite gods, and like I guess like the meta and stuff too, but. I don't know. I just didn't want to invest like 50 minutes into a game, so I kind of understand it if you getting mad if
That's
if
a
you
nice
do
point right there.
if you do like the 5 lanes and your teammates are throwing, you're kind of like, bro, this is an hour of my life wasted,
Absolutely.
and you're just
Yeah, that feels
so
bad.
I get it. It's I mean I guess in the same sense, like if I was thinking about a game I'd invest an hour into, it would be like a game like Left 4 Dead. Everybody knows what Left 4 Dead is. Wow. And so on Xbox 360, I played Left 4 Dead 1, and now granted, Left 4 Dead on the 360 was kind of like what CS:GO is on the console. It's not updated. It's just really bad. It's not even worth playing. It's kind of like what Left 4 Dead is. And what I mean by that is like nothing, the hitboxes are not where they should be. So like the hunter, you would never actually shoot at where the hunter actually appears, because the hitbox is always like in front of the hunter. So you had to like shoot at air or like melee at the air to like register, and it was just really bad. But I loved it, but I get it, because 5 campaigns or 5 sections of a campaign lasted about an hour, and when you would play like super sweaty, so we would use pump shotguns through the first 3 chapters, and you would never grab any health kits in the safe room. It was only health kits or healing items that you would get throughout the campaign, and you couldn't use throwables. So there's no Molotovs, there's no pipe bombs, and everybody was in a 4-person party, like communicating and sweating their ass off. So if I had teammates that were just running off on their own, and we had to go save them, and we lost, like I would get pretty shitty about that as well.
Yeah, because I mean you're investing just a lot of time in it, so
yeah,
at least try your best a little bit, right?
It's better when you kind of like, it's nice when you kind of go into the game and you guys have the intention of not caring. Like you guys are like, look, we're not gonna take this game seriously. This game, we're just gonna play, maybe gods that we have fun with. And sorry, I don't know what to do with this situation.
No problem.
Like if you guys went into a game with gods that you just had fun with, and you didn't care about the outcome, like you were just doing like meme things or something, that'd be cool. Because I've done like 4v4s that were meant to be sweaty, but like me and my team literally were like, okay, we are going to run crown the witch, and we're gonna carry, one of us is gonna carry a gas canister all game. We're not like, so it's like we would just do stupid stuff, and I tell you what, that was the most fun I've ever had in an actual serious game, and it was great. So and do you know what run crowning is?
No.
Okay, so in Left 4 Dead, you know what a witch is, right?
Yes.
You know how she would just sit there and cry and everything?
Yes.
Well, you know how there was an achievement called Crown, right? Where you would kill like the witch. Oh, well, I think there was an achievement called Crown. But pretty much you could kill a witch with one single pop gun round to like the back of her neck. You had to barrel stuff her. And with the shotgun spreading so much, it was consistency was you know, it was okay.
Mm-hmm.
But what a run crown is you're pretty much running straight at the witch without stopping, and you're trying to crown her without stopping.
All
So
right. Yeah.
you're like aiming at her, and you're just running, and once you get to her, you just shoot her without stopping. So it's it's pretty hard because you don't have time to aim at her neck or anything. You just kind of hope for the best.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we would do stuff like that. We would just run crown and, you know, do the gas canister thing and all that good stuff. It was fun.
It sounds like a lot of fun, and there's definitely an approach that me and my buddies can sometimes always also use in League, where we're just going for meme comps. And for example, you have this Yasuo champion that can really benefit from having other champions with knockups in your team. So you would go 4 people that have huge knockups and then a Yasuo as a carry. And that's all fun in games. That's all really nice. Those are some of the most enjoyable League games in your life. Problem in my friend group is that sometimes there seems to be a little miscommunication about which games we're doing this in. Because 3 of us are sweating our balls off trying to win because it's a ranked game, and then 2 people are just absolutely just tugging at their own phallus without actually paying attention to what's happening on the screen. And that makes it sometimes a bit hard for those 3 people that are sweating, which is most often the category I belong in or I am in, for them to still enjoy the game.
Yeah. It's kind of like this game right now where nobody, like, I'm not even paying attention. I missed so many open nets where I should have scored.
Are we even playing Rocket League, man?
I don't know, man.
I think this is more of a podcast than an actual gameplay video, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like that's why I don't calm. You know why? Because I focus more on what I'm saying than what I'm doing.
I thought you didn't calm because you had erectile I'm sorry. Whatever. Whatever, it's fine. Oh, that should have been in though.
Man, you said you would never tell anybody.
Oh, sorry, man. Oh my god. I'm getting my ass handed to me in a fucking paper bag.
Yeah, bro, we're catching so many L's, but like, we're not playing seriously, so it's kind of
Copium,
I don't like.
Copium.
Nah, it sounds like copium, but it's. I don't know. I'm not even like thinking about the game, to be honest. I should though, but I would be very quiet if I was focused on the game. I wouldn't be saying anything.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with this footage. I think I'm just
Nice
gonna,
shot.
at the start, little disclaimer like, hey, this is my buddy Twistedgunz. He is an American person. That's pretty much all I know about him, but we decided to record something together. It's gonna be unedited. I'm cutting it up in like 3 episodes. Just enjoy some second screen content and don't pay too much attention to what we are doing or saying.
My man's really gonna edit that in somewhere too.
Absolutely. I just used this opportunity to do my intro beforehand a little bit, you know.
See, I feel like I'm such a bad YouTuber because people like, nah, this is just opening up with it being what it is. Like, I'll put the disclaimer in the description or something.
I don't think that's a sign of a bad YouTuber. I think that's a sign of, hey, you people can figure out what this is on your own. I don't need to tell you and hold your hand throughout the entire process.
Yeah, it's like, look. Okay, look, okay, you know how I play in ranked, okay? If you watch the other videos that I probably am not uploading in order because I don't care. I play better than this. Ah, man. I don't know. Like, whenever I do play this game, I play it like once a month, and I usually play with like my buddies, which are like you're champ 1, but they're usually like diamond 1 at like best. So it's like I'm never used to like taking this game too seriously. Because I'm kind of like handicapping myself in a way. And I don't know.
Yeah, no, true, absolutely. And I think you're just in a better approach to playing Rocket League or any game than most people are, if you do it like that. Because I know people in my surroundings also that are also like higher ranked than me, but they would get mad by playing with me because I wouldn't be performing well and I wouldn't rotate quickly enough. And I think you're way more laid back, and that also makes it just a lot more fun to play with you, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm never doing ranked with those guys.
Fuck that shit.
But what I mean is like, you know, I kind of already know what I'm dealing with, and I don't know. It's just I'm so like, I've played this game so long, I just don't care. Like this game is like, I don't know. I mean, maybe if I actually like did invest myself and just like dedicate myself to doing nothing but recording this game, maybe I'll actually like invest the time into like getting better. But like, I don't know, man. I'm trying to set a schedule where like I wake up and I study Japanese for an hour or whatever, and then I actually game for an hour, and then I get ready for work. So it's kind of like I don't really have like the time.
No, definitely.
And
I feel that.
for me, I don't know. For me currently, like Japanese is a little bit more important than YouTube right now. Oh, you thought. Close one. Close one. You just gotta be faster, man. You know, that champ 1 speed's slowing you down, bro. It's crazy.
What about making YouTube content about you studying Japanese?
Dude, I am not consistent. I am not. No, because it's like what?
No.
No. Bro, I'm not even comfortable enough. Like, I'm hoping that by like June or something that I have enough vocabulary and I understand the sentence structure enough to. Nice shot.
Thanks.
I understand the sentence structure enough to actually put the vocabulary that I know in the proper structure, because like the subject is first, same English and Japanese, but they switch the verb and the object around in Japanese, so you have to kind of say you have to like, so right now it's more or less like I think of how to say the word. I think, okay, more like together, for example, ishoni, which is together, and
Fuck you.
you gotta get better. You're a champ 1. Get better, scrub. Copium. I'm just kidding. Let's see how close. Hey, at least you got a pass though.
How did I not steal that?
I don't know, man. Something about ping advantage. I don't know.
But yeah, you were talking about the Japanese word for together.
Yeah. So like ishoni, for example, which means together. It's like, so if I know how to say ishoni, so I know what it means in English. So then I gotta think, okay, what's the Japanese translation? Ishoni. Okay, that's the Japanese translation. Then I gotta think, okay, this is how I would say it in English, but it doesn't work that way. So how do the subject is this, that remains the same. Then I gotta switch around the verb and the object. So there's a lot of like, I imagine with like you, or maybe, well, I don't know, but like if you're speaking your native language, you got that time which you got to think about how you would say it in English. You got to kind of like translate it in your own mind in a sense.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then you got to think about, okay, well, I don't know if your native language and English has like the same like sentence structuring. If not,
kind of.
Okay, well, yeah, I don't know. It's just a lot of translation, and then once I translate, I got to think of, okay, well, this is the verb, so this goes last. So it's not how I would normally say it. So then I translate it. I don't know. It's just a lot of. It's not like muscle memory yet.
Yeah, it's not like a fluent process yet. You have to really think hard about every single step of the way.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on here.
We destroyed these guys for some reason. I didn't even notice.
think I got a flip reset. I don't know. But
I nut in bottle left the match.
You what?
This guy's name. I nut in bottle. Interesting.
I mean, hey, I mean, well, I mean,
Gotta do what you gotta do.
that's
Alright, this is gonna be
I mean,
the last one for me though.
that's fair. It's 12 o'clock. Or 6 o'clock there.
Is it?
It's about the time I get ready for work.
It's about the
I
time
still
I
gotta-
go make some potatoes for my meal.
Yeah, I'm gonna go make some chicken and vegetables. That's like all I'm such like a basic bitch with what I eat. All I eat is chicken and vegetables or fish and vegetables. That's it.
It's
Good on
very
protein.
healthy. Very healthy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about like diet, but you can't go wrong with protein, right? I don't think you can ever have too much protein.
Absolutely. Also, it sounds so bland and boring, like chicken and vegetables, fish and vegetables, but in reality, there's so many options. There's so many things you can do with that.
Yeah. I don't know. I might change it up and I might make some brown rice.
Absolutely. Delicious.
I don't know. I feel like vegetables are a better alternative than rice.
For me, it's most of the time chicken, vegetables, and rice. That's more of a logical plate composition here in Belgium, I think, or for my personal context at least.
Yeah. I know in Japan they're really big on white rice, but from what I understand, I don't know. From what I understand, and that brown rice is, I think, supposed to have a little bit more of a nutritional value.
Yeah, brown rice
just
is
because it
healthier,
has
yeah.
the show. Yeah.
That's true. That's also how I understand it at least. But I do like white rice more, I think.
Oh, absolutely. So do I. I feel like I don't know. I'm maybe, I mean, I guess I'm kind of like, kind of like the stereotype of like white people that don't spice their food. But yeah, I don't know. Brown rice is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of bland and I don't know, it's more dull, more like dry to eat. I don't know.
Yeah, that's more of like in some way like an earthy flavor, I feel like, than white rice. White rice has some tang to it.
I like white rice so much more, but I don't know.
And just any type of white rice for me as well. I am kind of a sucker for that sushi rice that really is clumped together, but that's hard to make on my own, I feel like, without a rice cooker. So any type of white rice really does the trick for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not much of a foodie, and I know that is super hot take. I don't really care for food. I know that's a hot take because that's like everybody's favorite thing is food, but man, I eat it because I got to.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're in the minority, but you're not alone, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I know people might just say, oh, well, you're not eating good food if you don't care about food like that. And I mean, maybe. Like, I don't know. I don't care about food. Like, it's I'm really bad with it too, because like, on the weekends, like this weekend, I don't think I've ate. I ate a bowl of cereal yesterday. That's all I ate all weekend. Literally a bowl of cereal.
Messed up.
That's unhealthy. Yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, it is really fucked up. Yeah, no, I like starve myself on the weekends, which is super weird. I just like during the week I actually have like a schedule where
oh, sorry.
like I have like an actual full like meal to eat, but like on the weekends it's just like, oh well, I ain't gotta be at work, so I'll eat like something small, like maybe oatmeal or like usually cereal, just because it's convenient and quick to make. Eat like cereal or something, and yeah, I'm really bad with it.
Yeah, that sounds a bit worrying, not gonna lie.
Yeah, a little bit.
I get that you're not really big on food and on eating diverse types of food or eating expensive food, but should still eat food, my man. Like, baseline.
Well, I don't know. I mean, one could argue that chicken and fish are expensive.
I mean, in this day and age, everything is expensive, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
still, if you pay a little bit attention to and you buy it in bulk, I think it's okay, it's affordable for someone with a job. But even if you have it in your house, I feel like you sometimes just don't feel like eating.
Oh no, absolutely.
And that's really...
yeah.
That's a
little bit. A little bit.
It's kind of a dick move on your part to like, oh yeah, this is the last game, and then all of a sudden, bang, you hit us with that clothesline of like, oh yeah, by the way, my eating behavior is not that healthy.
From a viewer perspective, they're like, cool, more chicken and food for us. This man don't eat food. That means the shelves are more likely stocked. What you mean? I'm doing everybody else a favor, man.
Yeah, but from a friend perspective, my man, I'm worried about you.
Oh, no, I ain't gonna die.
that's